Starting on the Turbo 400, it will be going in the S10. Had to do a few mods to the transmission, but this transmission is out of the Malibu, the dirty race boo. I'm going to be building a different Turbo 400 for that car, but that will be in the future sometime. But we're going to concentrate on this transmission for the S10. You can see all my parts. It's running that tote. Still need to clean them up, but I'm in the process of getting the transmission back together. And the biggest thing I had to do is put this longer tail shaft in it to work in the S10. Because the short tail is going to be too short for the S10 due to the drive shaft length. I like to keep the drive shaft length a little shorter. That's the drive shaft out of the Malibu, which is the same drive shaft that I have in the S10. It's an Astor van drive shaft. Other than that, I'm in the hunt for a tail shaft, because this tail shaft, the aluminum tail, matches that steel tail. So it got banged up on the end and it's no good, so I need to find one of those. But that's not such a big deal at the moment, because you can put that on the transmission after it's back in the car, or actually back in the S10. I got that all cleaned up, ready to go back in here. I still need to stick the rings on there, all of them but that one we leave off. And it has a trans brake in it, which is under all these papers to try to somewhat keep it clean. Upgraded the hub, one with a needle bearing. We had that on the lathe last night, cut it down. That's out of a 4L80. Need to put a better snap ring on there. I built this transmission. I wrote the date on it. That's when I built it, February 24th of 2005. It was used a lot in the Malibu when I was racing the Malibu. And she's dirty. It's been sitting in here for God I don't know how many years. And the reason it's been sitting in here is the same crap that's going on now. Fuel prices went crazy. And I parked it in here and it's been sitting here ever since. Don't want to get political here, but when Trump was in, fuel prices were low, things started going good. Thought maybe I'd get back into racing. Was lining up doing some stuff, getting my vehicles ready. And now we have Brandon in there who's waging a war on fossil fuels, and everything's fucked up. You can tell I'm a little pissed, but that's what it is. Most people don't seem to give a shit, but it will affect my lifestyle a lot. It means we farm. Fuel is important. Anyways, I'm going to stick the transmission together. I'll probably show you when it's done, because transmission's a transmission. Nothing too special about it going back together. Just need to clean up the parts, put it back together. I got my drive shaft for the S10 today. I got it all in box, and I was looking at it. It's supposed to be a used drive shaft. I think it's brand new. I don't think it's ever even been used. At least the yoke. No wear on it. I don't think it's ever been used. That is in beautiful shape. In beautiful condition. Doesn't ever look like anything's been clamped on it. No scratches, no gouges. Actually, that's brand new. They got a hell of a deal on it too. Now I need to try it in the S10, make sure it's the right length. It should be. Kind of want the 48.5, but I couldn't find one. 48.25 is as close as I found. fancy driveshaft. You bought it from them. Also, I switched shifters in the S10. I had that mega shifter in it, which personally I'm not that big of a fan of them. Too damn much ratcheting and moving your arm back and forth. Basically, after I had shoulder surgery, my shoulder don't like that. End up sticking this hurst quarter stick shifter in it. Got it mounted to the floor. Yeah, it's a little dark in here, but you get the idea. Anyways, same shifter I got in the Malibu. I wanted it set up the same since they're both going to be reverse valve bodies. So if I hop in that and this will still feel the same. I also have this little micro switch for my trans brake button mounted in the same spot. And one other thing I need to do, which I've been meaning to do, which I should have did when I set up the roll bar in it. Cut this damn bar and make it swing out. It's a pain in the butt to get over this thing. Especially me being tall, I need to make it swing out or up or down or whatever the hell I need to make it easier to get in and out. I think I'm getting too old and the body don't want to bend like it used to. That's another shifter I have. It's a Promatic 2. I bought that for a different project and I never used it, but I thought maybe I'd need some brackets out of it. So I bought that quarter stick with no cable, no brackets, no nothing. I went through all my cord pile and I had a cable there that worked, or I made it work. I think that was something I grabbed at the junkyard years ago. Years ago when people actually did stuff with cars like this and end up at the junkyard. And everybody at the junkyard just grabs the shifter. They never grab all the miscellaneous supplies you need with it, like the cable and the bracket on the tranny and all that stuff. So that extra of that stuff.